When I think of women, all that comes to my mind is someone who nurtures babies, nurtures plants, nurtures other people, anyone who is in need, nurtures a project, nurtures a home, and someone who cares deeply, oftentimes when no one is watching. And when I think of women in my life, all that comes to my mind is the inspiration I received from my female ancestors, like my grandmother, great grandmother, great aunt, and my own mother. My grandmother was a very active woman. She was an athlete and she was very well respected in her community. She was generous and she would be fundraising for her neighbors. She was known as a wonderful host, a very skilled cook, and a knitter among her other skills. And she had this wonderful love life with my grandfather, and she gave birth to a dozen of children. My other grandmother was very spiritual. She was very quiet and sensitive. She prayed a lot, and she was a caregiver to my grandfather. She gave birth to 5 children. My great aunt, I've heard, was a great Persian rug weaver, and for most of her life, she was weaving beautiful Persian rugs with silk. And unfortunately, she died of cancer. She gave birth to 2 children. And my own mother, she has been one of my biggest supporters of all my activities and dedicated a good portion of her life to my activities and always encourages me in any decision that I make. And I think I see a little bit of each of these women in myself when I reflect on who I am and who I have become. My name is Vahab, and I help people to regulate their emotions, improve their mental health, and enhance their emotional intelligence through art and creative practices. I am an interdisciplinary and visual artist. I am an art educator and an art and mental health advocate. I am an entrepreneur and a therapeutic arts practitioner, as well as a philanthropist. I run a nonprofit organization that is called Loud Art Society, where we enhance mental health through various arts programs. And as an artist, I weave newspapers and make these sculptures and installations. I also wear a newspaper dress to protect my own mental health and embrace the news and the impact of the news on our mental health. And I wear this dress every time I'm giving a talk about mental health. And I love making lists. I was asked to give a speech about women. And I'm going to be honest, it is a beautiful experience to be a woman, but it is also painful to be a woman, especially these days. It's hard to hear people's pain and suffering and still stay motivated and inspired. And I feel like all we wanted was fair treatment, but instead now we are overworked and underpaid and still nurturing everyone else around us. And unfortunately, these days, those are mostly depressed men who we are still taking care of. Because no one else would. No one else cares about what and who needs to be nurtured. And I find myself as a woman, I am a type of woman who creates without permission. So I decided to share a couple of lists of my experiences as a speech. The first list is a list of some of the most negative experiences I have had in my life. And I'm going to take courage to read it for you. Here it goes. Experiencing heart issues at birth. Witnessing thieves stealing gas tanks from our yard. I broke my head at age 6. Getting lost from school to home because another student accidentally took my bus pass. Dealing with pain in my wrists. My grade 2 teacher ignored me when I asked to go to washroom, so I ended up walking home after I couldn't hold myself, and it was a long walk. So I got sick the next day. I accidentally ate an extremely toxic chemical, after which I was rushed to hospital because my tongue wouldn't stop burning. I started wearing a mandatory scarf or hijab, or Jashn Ibadat, which is an Islamic celebration of maturity for girls, at age 9. My art being thrown into my face by my grade 3rd teacher. My father was seriously injured in a car accident. My aunt's husband pulled my ear once. I was eliminated from a gifted program, a so-called Tisushan, after an unfair assessment when I was actually tutoring other students to prep. My voice was not selected for the choir at the school because it did not sound like a voice of a teenage boy. I heard the 9/11 news in grade 5. I moved from Iran and cried for 2 weeks straight. My first period was painful, depressing, long, and heavy. I was traumatized for months after and could not stop thinking about how other women are also experiencing this trauma. I ran away from school 3 times and at some point stopped going to school for 2 months. I confronted and fought with teachers who couldn't speak with my mom because my mom, as an immigrant, could not speak their language. I had a stalker from art classes to home. I had painful periods for most of my teen years and 20s. I had an ear infection. Overall, I had a negative middle school experience between 2 schools and 3 languages. I was manipulated to learn a lesson at work in a jewelry department when all the most expensive items were intentionally hidden, so I would be responsible for the loss. My mom got sick. I got lost from school to home in -40 cold weather. I was laid off from my part-time job. I did not have my father in my life for 8.5 years. I did not have my father at my art exhibitions for 8.5 years when other fathers were buying art of their own daughters and sons. My ideas and dreams were dismissed and even laughed at by my professors and those I respected the most. I was injured in a car accident and dealt with brain injury and lots of pain for 5 years. I almost fainted in a public washroom once. I lost friendships. I was unemployed for 5 years, but I was working hard as a full-time volunteer. I was sexually harassed. I dealt with 2 court cases simultaneously. My dad had a heart attack. My mom got sick. I lost money. I experienced multiple heartbreaks in love from age 18 and beyond. I experienced multiple rejections in work for art opportunities or funding. I almost fainted from lack of sleep and tiredness once. I was taken advantage of at work. I was promised a position and did not end up being selected for it. And lately, hearing the painful news of Iran. The second list I'm going to share with you is the list of some of the most positive things that I have experienced that I feel proud. And I'm going to share it with you. Here it is. Getting discovered for my artistic talent by a family member at age 8. Singing the prayer for the entire school voluntarily. Taking art lessons and my family supporting my involvement with art. Getting my first artistic award at age 9. Being selected to compete in a gifted competition. Directing a musical play at age 12. Receiving multiple recognition in elementary school. Playing in a play at middle school and gaining popularity. Playing violin and gaining recognition for it. I still don't think I'm any good. Making drawings and paintings and giveaway before age 13. Start teaching art at age 15. Taking small art commissions. Helping friends to get through tough times in life with art projects in elementary, middle school, and university. Learning how to bake bread. Learning to speak Russian and Tajik. Learning to cook. moving to Canada, learning English, getting multiple projects and part-time jobs in Canada, being part of Art IB, finishing high school, getting a Canadian diploma, going to university, getting a Canadian degree, going to an international art residency at the Hermitage Museum in Russia, getting multiple scholarships during university years, starting and funding a nonprofit organization, motivating others to join my board from diverse backgrounds and cities, teaching at the University of Calgary. My students are mostly university staff, adult learners, and sometimes professors. Getting a Queen Elizabeth II Platinum Medal for community service. Getting a scholarship award for running a nonprofit organization that helps people heal through the arts. Getting a leadership award. Getting multiple project grants to work on my independent art projects. Getting a job in art advocacy. Getting a personal training certification. Getting a therapeutic arts practitioner certificate. Being an artist in residence in a great hotel where I lived and worked for 6 months. Being an artist in residence at a program offered by one of the most admired artists and someone that I'm a big fan of. My nonprofit organization becoming a registered charity. 35 exhibitions of my paintings and sculptures and installations. Completion of over 10 public artworks, including murals and large sculptures. Performing my own songs on the stage with real audience. Visiting cities in the US, Japan, and UK. Getting an office and having a physical location for my nonprofit organization. Helping thousands of people over the past 10 years with over 50 volunteers and over 45 other artists and professionals. Having skillful, genuine, and professional people in my team working with me. Overcoming my negative habits with diet and exercise and working towards my work-life balance. Celebrating a 10-year anniversary of Loud Art Society, moving to the studio apartment, and finally working on my book, Self-Therapy Through Art and Creativity. And these were my lists. My only message for other women is to believe in ourselves and remaining nurturing. Don't feel guilty for taking rest. Stand tall and keep smiling. Thank you.
Stand tall, keep smiling, even if the world inside you's dying. It's crying. Don't let them see your tears. There's no resuscitate. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. That you could be funny or you could be smart. You definitely have a golden heart. But nobody cares that I care. Nobody cares that I care. They hurt you, they harass you, then put the guilt and shame on you. I'll say, ooh, amen, you're a strong woman. Ooh, amen, you're a strong woman. You always keep going, you always give your soul and your hand. When you walk in the room lights up with the whispers up. Oh, she's so bright. I strong woman. Ooh, amen. You're a strong woman. You always keep going. You always give your soul and your hand. And you can stand tall and keep smiling, even if the world inside you's dying. It's crying. Don't let them hear you sigh.